Yo, what is going on, guys? I hope everyone's having a fantastic day today. So, want to go over, obviously, a big game on Monday night here. This is the third week of the season. The Eagles still have to gel together. There's still a lot that really has to come together. And I think the number one thing that I'm worried about, not necessarily worried about, but what really has to, I kind of want this to increase is this offense, the production of this offense, the creativity that Brian Johnson hopefully brings to this offense, in another week. I think it's still very early, depending on how the Eagles really play in this game. I think they should play a lot better. They obviously had a lot of time to work with having more days off from Thursday night to Monday night. And like I said, this thing might not come together for another few weeks, but at least if they start running the football a lot more, which they did last week, and hopefully they continue that with a really good rotation. The offensive line does really well. Cam Jurgens, I think, is hopefully is going to play a lot better. I think when it comes down to the receivers, I think this is A.J. Brown's big game right here. Devontae Smith is probably not going to be 100% for this game with the thigh ankle injury so far. I know he had the compression sleeve on his right leg at practice and probably isn't 100%, but who knows? Devontae Smith might go off again, but this might be A.J. Brown's game. Even from watching the Buccaneers, what they've done in the passing game the past couple weeks, or at least, from their defensive side of the ball, they've given up a lot of yards. I mean, look what the Vikings did to Justin Jefferson, what he did all by himself. I mean, I think the Eagles could throw on this team defensively, no doubt. Just has to maintain that defensive line with Vita Vea. If he is not 100% with that pectoral, I think the offense will do pretty good against their defense. Just got to make sure that there is protection. They're very good against the run, so we'll see how the run game does work in this game. The distribution of carries with DeAndre Swift and Kenny Gainwell is back for this game. Boston Scott is not playing in this game, and you're down a receiver in Quez Watkins, which we really want to get these wide receiver threes a shot here because, Zacchaeus went in for the last game and didn't really do much of anything, really didn't target him at all. You know what I mean? And we know that these these defenses are starting to play cover zero for Jalen Hurts, and they're making Jalen Hurts, they're kind of making him guess a little bit where to throw the ball in certain spaces and stuff like that. So I think Hurts will have a good game. This should be a very good passing game from the Eagles on Monday night, and that's what I'm hoping. Even defensively for this team, I'm kind of looking at what's going on at the nickel spot as the number one thing that's kind of been on my mind for the past 10 days, really, or at least, since Thursday night against the Vikings. Like, what are we doing here? James Bradbury is back. You get some reinforcements back with Reed Blankenship coming back into the mix at safety. And depending, and they'll have Justin Evans at the other safety spot most likely. And, linebacker needs to stay healthy this week. Each week that passes by, Nakobe Dean is coming back. So we do not need any more injuries at linebacker because, Rashaan Evans is gone from the practice squad. They have no depth at linebacker whatsoever, unless, they're going to bring in somebody else. But, can't get too many injuries there. But I think what the Eagles are going to do is I think they're going to have Bradbury on the outside this week. I don't see them putting him on the inside. I've been guessing all week if they would do it, but if they have to, if the situation changes in game where Mario Goodrich is getting beat, and what if they put Godwin on the inside? What if they put Mike Evans on the inside? What do they do? Because I don't really trust this defense to get away from zone coverage because I feel like they play way too much zone. They give way too much cushion. They're giving way too much time, 5 to 7 yards literally of open space to guys that are wide open between wide receivers to tight ends. The Eagles have done horrible against tight ends the past couple weeks. They've gave up over 171 yards in 2 weeks to tight ends. It's not great, man. It's not great at all. So I think that definitely needs to be shored up a little bit. But, I'm a little skeptical of Mario Goodrich. I know he's a smart player. I know he played his first NFL game as a starter, so I totally get it. Been on the roster for a couple years already. I didn't really like his outing against Hawkinson last week, against bigger tight ends or bigger receivers. I feel like he can't tackle an open space when it's, a guy that size. So we'll see what happens with that. I feel like they could change some things. I think Justin Evans, hopefully maybe they cross-trained him. I know Justin Evans from playing with the Saints and playing with Tampa. I know he's played nickel in the past, but I don't think they've taken another, a safety and they've or a player in general on this defense that's never played the nickel spot and just put them in a completely different position this week. I don't think they've done that with a player this week. I mean, I don't think that's safe. I don't think they should do that. It's hard to learn a new position in a week. So, I mean, all I know so far is I think Bradbury really has been the only one that's really cross-trained to that spot. Obviously, you don't have Zach McPherson on this team, and you're running kind of low on nickel corners. Unless there's somebody they've been working out this week that we don't know about within our own players' cross-training, we'll see what happens. I really want to see Big Play Slay get more physical this week if he can, and play a little bit more press. Just get up a little bit on the line, just a little bit. Got to cause, Mike Evans and Godwin, very, very good receivers. And, I know Gage, I think, is on IR. I'm not sure, but I think Russell Gage is their number 3 receiver. I thought he was on the IR, but he might not be anymore. And he hasn't really done much the past couple games anyway. And I think this defensive line should be eating Baker Mayfield. This is the best defense that I think Tampa is going to be facing, to be honest with you, just because the last couple of weeks, really wasn't much. Facing the Bears, facing, the Vikings defense is, really not too much, and the Bears are just a complete disaster right now. I think this is the best team right here. I think, you get pressure on Baker Mayfield. I know the Tampa's had issue. I know their starting center was out, I think, late August because of complications to his knee. He was out and put on IR. I know they're having issues at right guard right now, but he might not be playing. I don't know. He might not be playing at 100% because guys will play injured, and then all it takes is one good push from a defensive lineman. They fall, and then they're out of the game. So expecting a big outing from Jordan Davis, Jalen Carter, hopefully get a couple sacks. I feel like, Hassan Reddick should have a big game. I think this is the time where Hassan Reddick is going to start, even if it's just 1 sack for this game. Hopefully to get 2 sacks in this game, maybe. Jordan Davis becoming a better pass rusher so far. Josh Sweat, becoming our better edge rusher right now. And he's always been great. No, never mind me, besides the little injuries he's had over the past, few years. But I think Josh Sweat's been playing good. Brandon Graham has gotten some good pressures, but obviously not a sack yet in a game. So I feel like, just I've got to chase Baker Mayfield around, keep hitting the quarterback, and that play will come our way. But we really need to generate this pass rush, and having these guys, this secondary, especially these cornerbacks, give way too much cushion from 5 to 7 yards. You can't generate a pass rush like that. I've been talking about that so much. Even against the Vikings game, we kind of shot ourselves in the foot a lot of times where we could have created turnovers. But when your corners are off the ball that much, your pass rush can get there last second. If a quarterback can hold on to the ball for another second, I think the Eagles have another 4 to 5 sacks in that Vikings game. I'm not even kidding. So hopefully Sean Desai is a little bit more creative in this game. And I think this is just a wait-and-see approach with our offense, with our defense. So I think it's just a wait-and-see game. I think, the offense should play up to par this week, hopefully. And if not, I'm giving this to, like, week 6 of the season. At least week 6, week 7, this offense really has to be together. Because if that's not together, then it's going to be panic mode. Then it's going to be, maybe play calling has to be switched. I don't know. I'm not going to go far too off the deep end with the offense and the play calling and stuff like that. If you have the running backs this week to get it done, then go get it done. You know what I mean? Like last week, Jalen Hurts, of course, if Jalen Hurts has a bad passing game and the run game's really good and you win the football game, they're going to trash him for that. And Jalen Hurts says, the main thing is the main thing. We win the football game, however we win it. And to be honest with you, if the Eagles can run the football without Jalen Hurts really doing much of nothing in the whole entire game, then I have no issue with it, because that's just another part of the game that's, if we found a weakness, we're going to exploit it. I feel like they have to use the running backs in the passing game. I think that's really important. I mean, I wonder when they're going to start putting those plays on, even if you don't want to use a wide receiver 3 and say you want to move Swift around the field a little bit as a wide receiver, put him as a wide out. Why not? The guy at the catch and run is ridiculous. Swift already in one game as a running back and actually had carries with 28 carries last week because he didn't play the first game, barely, didn't do anything. 1 rushing attempt. Is 3rd in rushing right now. I mean, in 1 week is 3rd in rushing, which is crazy. And yes, I know DeAndre Swift is not going to have 28 carries this game, but we had no choice because Gainwell was already out last week, and and Boston Scott had the concussion, and Boston Scott's not going to be in this game. So I'm wondering, with Gainwell being back, okay, I hope he's not going to be the favorited running back in this game. And we know who's got the better talent here. And I know people are going to mistake my words every single time, every time I talk about this, because Gainwell is a good running back. I just don't think he's the best talent. As a rotational back, Gainwell as the number 2 back. I'm giving him as the number 2 back. He's perfectly fine. Now with Boston Scott out of the mix, I feel like Rashad Penny needs more than 3 snaps in this game. Use him for short yardage. I think what the Eagles want to do with Rashad Penny is I think they want to keep him on reserve a little bit. I think they want to not run all these guys too much, but I think when the guys start to get tired a little bit, give them some rest and give Rashad Penny some chances at times, because I want to see more. People are already defining him as a slow running back. You know why? You know why Gainwell looks slow? You know why Rashad Penny looks slow? Because DeAndre Swift looks that explosive and that fast, and that's just the truth to it all. You know what I mean? So I think the Eagles win 31-21. I think they could score. They could probably score, to be honest with you. I don't know. I mean, I think they could score 4 touchdowns in this game. I think Hurts will throw for 3 touchdowns. Hopefully, A.J. Brown has a big game. Dallas Goedert with a touchdown as well. Dallas Goedert and the tight ends have got to be involved, hopefully. I don't know what they're doing at the 4th and 5th receiver spot. Well, obviously, Zaccheaus is, at least Zaccheaus is there as the 3rd, and the 4th will probably be, I'm thinking they're going to move up Greg Ward, or maybe they're not going to move up anybody else. I don't know. We probably won't see that until the end of Sunday or the beginning of Monday in the morning when we find out what's going on with the roster, if they're moving some, what they're doing at receiver, moving some guys around. I don't know. Since Boston Scott's not going to be on kick returns now, which kick returns really don't matter now because we haven't returned at least one inbounds yet. So it probably doesn't matter. We have a new punter in Braden Mann, which is going to be interesting enough as it is right now. Aaron Sipos is not here anymore, so I know that Jake and Braden Mann have been practicing, and obviously Braden Mann has got to be holding those kicks for Jake Elliott. Jake Elliott is having a fantastic year. Has just so good, man. Just so glad Jake Elliott is our best special teamer right now, and hopefully Covey doesn't muff one this week. Hopefully not, because I'm already nervous. I'm already kind of done with Britton Covey as it is right now. Devin Allen is still not getting his shot at this point, and now Covey is brought to the active roster for the 3rd time, which means that Covey is stuck with us as the punt returner for the rest of the year. So I think the Eagles have a good chance to win. I think the Eagles could beat a lot of teams. I think the next few games the Eagles could win. Until we get to that Miami game, I think it's where things are going to get a little crazy. And by that time, this team should really be on a roll. Okay, the offense should have no issues. Brian Johnson, I'm not really worried about the defense too much. This offense is where I need to see a little bit more every week, a little bit more. It's like we're taking baby steps every week. I understand. We're only at week 3, guys. I mean, the season's going to go by really fast. The season goes by so damn quick. But, got to see more. Let me know what you guys think. Give me your predictions for the score for Monday Night Football in Tampa Bay. And let me know what you guys think. I think this is a nice revenge game for Jalen Hurts as well, since he didn't play well against this team back in 21 when Todd Bowles was like, Jalen Hurts can't read a defense, yelling that in the mic'd up moment during the game. We faced Tampa Bay 2 times that year, and the Eagles, didn't play well. Those, lost both times. And, not the greatest, wild card game I've ever seen. Trust me, this team was a complete mess, and this is a different team now. And Jalen Hurts is in a whole different universe now within himself as a quarterback and with what he has around him on this roster. So a completely different team, but I need to see more out of this offense. Desperately need to see it. But like I said, a win is a win. I don't care how we get it. Just get it. Okay, so you guys have a fantastic day. Enjoy it. Let me know what you guys think about the score prediction in the comment section. If you lasted this long in this video, make sure you subscribe to the channel for more Eagles content every single day, and like the video. Appreciate it so much. And make sure to watch out for the post-game live stream, the live play-by-play reaction. I will be streaming the game. We'll be doing a post-game, and then the night after the game on Tuesday night, we'll be doing a stream and talking about the game as well. So you guys have a fantastic day. I'll see you guys in the next one. Shakes, what up? Follow side. Peace out, guys. Peace.